better number to call?
Either one of them.
And then is that your mailing address then?
Yes, this is my address that I'm staying at.
All right, well, definitely, if, get in.
Would you
touch
call the
with me
hall for
before
Christopher
to
Wooster?
let me know what,
Thank you.
all right.
All right, Kyle Wellington. All right, this is file number 26112FY. You, Kyle Michael Wellington?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Wellington, you're charged with aggravated domestic violence as a second offense, which is a felony. Allegation is that on January 11th and the 21st, that you assaulted Amanda Leigh Maston, someone you had a dating relationship, and caused a serious or aggravated injury as a second offense, which makes that a felony punishable by up to 5 years imprisonment. The second count is domestic violence second offense, just straight up. That's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gibson, what's the plea offer?
My understanding is that the prosecuting attorney is willing to dismiss everything if the defendant would plead to 2 counts of domestic violence second offense.
One for each date, Mr. Robert, one for the 11th, and one for the 21st.
Yes, sir.
Is that your understanding, Mr. Wellington?
Yes, sir.
All right, you're going to enter a plea of guilty to 2 counts of domestic violence second offense, which are punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
The felony charge would be dismissed. Do you understand that by pleading to this charge, you're going to give up your right to have a trial, and there will not be a trial? Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If there was a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by an attorney. Mr. Gibson is here with you. You could also hire an attorney of your own choosing if you wish.
In this tense courtroom moment, Kyle Wellington faced a felony aggravated domestic violence charge punishable by up to 5 years in prison. But in a negotiated plea deal, prosecutors agreed to dismiss the felony if he pled guilty to 2 misdemeanor counts of domestic violence. The judge carefully explained every constitutional right he was giving up before accepting the plea.
If you had a trial, you'd have a right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court so they could be questioned under oath. You would have the right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf, but you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you. You would also have a right to have any of the witnesses subpoenaed to testify against you. And you have a right to be presumed innocent unless the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. You live in Buchanan?
I mean, right now, yes, that's where I'm staying till this is all. I mean,
Where were you staying?
612 South Hooker Avenue.
In Three Rivers?
Yeah, me and Amanda just bought a house.
He also had a no insurance case. Did you deal with that one?
I talked to sorry, is that directed at me?
Yeah, and they reduced it to no proof of insurance?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I brought the email with insurance.
All right, very good. All right, so you and the complainant, who is Amanda Maston, you were living together on South Hooker Street in Three Rivers?
Yes, sir.
Now, this is alleged to have occurred on 2 different dates. The first date was January 11th, and then the other was January 21st. So let's go to the first date. She came in on the 23rd to report she'd been assaulted. They've been dating since May and moved in together in November. So the house, is it in both of your names?
No, it's in her name.
Okay. she was in an altercation with Wellington. She was trying to leave for work and asked Wellington for the car keys. He tried to rip the bag from her. Her finger was in the loop. She landed on the porch and she had a broken finger. So did you guys get into an argument on the 11th? And you yanked on her purse and she
Oh,
fell?
no, sorry, sir. It was my book bag.
All right.
She, I told her what the key was. It was upstairs on the table that the TV was sitting on. And she still proceeded to yell at me. And then she went and grabbed my book bag and I went to grab it from her. And she held on to it. And like the screen door was right behind me.
All right. And she broke her finger. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. So that's the aggravated part. So that one's dismissed. Then on the 21st, she said she was sleeping and she woke up to you calling her a liar and a cheater. What happened that day?
I didn't wake her up and nothing like that. If it's the day that I think about, if I think she's talking about, we were both sitting on the bed and we were watching TV, but I was kind of like playing on my phone and she didn't like it. So she went to start like snatching my phone out of my hand and I kind of like pushed her away from me. There was, it's almost like the whole role was switched. I've never come after her at all, but.
All right. Your version to the officer was.
The allegations were serious. On one date, the complainant suffered a broken finger during an altercation. On another, she claimed she was pinned down and couldn't breathe. Wellington's version was very different, but Judge Middleton noted his criminal history and warned him directly, "There is a high likelihood of jail in your future."
On the 23rd, he said he was texting and Maston woke up. She was trying to grab his phone and he pushed her away and she started to swing at him. He got up and held her down on the bed. He explained he didn't know how the bruises got on her neck and arm and what caused the mark on her chest. The bruise on Martin's neck was a hickey.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right. Then they arrested you. What she said was she tried to get up and leave the room. He tackled her onto the bed, pinned her down. He had a hold of her neck with one hand, holding her down, and proceeded to show a bruise under her ear on her neck. The bruise was consistent with a thumbprint. She continues to state that she blacked out due to the anxiety of this situation and could not breathe due to pillows and blankets on the bed. She advised she's then noticed a long red mark on her chest.
It was a scratch from the dog from jumping up on her.
All right. So they placed you under arrest. What do you do?
I'm a mechanic, sir.
Where?
Where?
Yeah.
It was at the house. I started my own, I'm trying to incorporate my own business. I've got a lot of clientele. I've been doing it for a few years. I'm just trying to get the chance to actually lease a building.
Are you licensed?
No, sir. I've got to go to Secretary of State and take the test.
Well, I mean, you can change somebody's oil or their brakes or something, but theoretically, if you're working as a mechanic, you need a license to do that. It's a misdemeanor to do it without a license. What I am contemplating is canceling your bond right now. You got a pretty extensive criminal record. Your version and her version are substantially different. But you have posted your bond and you've appeared at every hearing. You're not buying a house together. She's buying a house and you're staying there.
Yes.
Do you have children together?
No, sir.
Where are you living now? Back in Buchanan?
Yes, sir.
You're not employed, you're illegally working as a mechanic. And she got sick up and fed with it after the second assault went to the police.
I do have job interviews, available. AAM is, one of the places I've been looking at that to schedule an interview.
American Axle,
Yes, sir.
does that work for you, Mr. Gibson?
Yes,
I need victim input. Restitution info regarding medical. Police reports and photos. There is a high likelihood of jail in your future. As I said, I thought about just canceling your bond right now, but I can't sentence you until March 2nd. And so we're gonna just try this. There's a bond condition. You're not engaged in any assault or threatening behavior. You not have any contact with the complaining witness, Amanda Maston. You understand?
Yes, sir.
If I could do the sentence sooner than this, I would cancel the bond, but I don't think I leave you in jail for 2 weeks while I wait. All right, Mr. Wellington, your bond conditions remain in effect. You don't owe the court any money. You may owe in some other jurisdictions, but we're gonna hear from the victim. We're gonna get the police report, any photos, any medical evidence, and any restitution info. You're free to go.
Thank you, sir.
The judge even considered canceling Wellington's bond on the spot. With conflicting stories and a prior record, the situation was escalating fast. Ultimately, the court allowed him to remain free but under strict conditions: no contact with the victim and no threatening behavior of any kind.
We still got miles to go before we sleep, and it's just about lunchtime at the jail. Christopher Wooster, we've had no contact. He is not present. You never had contact from this defendant?
let's see, Rooster, it looks like that I may have had some telephone contact with him last week, but I checked today and they said he had not appeared. So I expected him to be here.
All right, well, I'm gonna issue a bench warrant for his arrest.
Could be in Indiana. I know he has an ongoing criminal case down there.
Which county?
I don't know.
All right, we'll check. Anyway, I'm gonna do a bench warrant.
And I think he had something in Cass County and
Bond, $25,000 cash or surety with a 48-hour hold. We'll start a bond forfeiture. Check Cass County Jail, LaGrange County Jail. All right, so what that leaves us is some difficult cases.
Super Jeff Grant, he has another PCC set for next week, I believe.
Yes,
You also got that file, Paul.
mhm.
If he hasn't talked to him yet and needs to use the closed caption, I don't know if it's better to adjourn this one week so they're both set on the same date. You can.
yes. We don't know what Carl Lockhart is doing or Christina Robinson. Jack Brandt. Is that a new charge of felony?
Yes, it's aggravated indecent exposure.
I think Christina Robinson's gonna be a plea.
Where is she? In custody?
She's in custody.
It's lunchtime.
Sentencing was scheduled for March 2nd, giving the court time to gather police reports, photos, medical records, and restitution information. The felony may have been dismissed, but the warning was unmistakable. In Judge Middleton's courtroom, pleading down charges doesn't mean walking away without consequences.
Hello, Deputy Feaster. Sorry about calling at lunchtime. I need to see two customers, Christina Robinson and Carl Lockhart. Yeah, Robinson is first. All right, thank you. All right, Jack Brandt, file number 26152FY. Mr. Brandt and I go back a long ways. He's charged with 2 counts of resisting and obstructing and domestic violence. He was on bond on that case and he got arrested on some new charges, including aggravated indecent exposure. I didn't really want to get into this in depth when I talked to him last time. Let's look at the new case.
Is there a way to use the Zoom at the jail to be able to have it do closed captioning?
Yes. And that